Hello, welcome to Red Ted Art. Today we're going to show you how to make these adorable little walnut boats. Now you can decorate them with any sort of sail. Oh, that one's lost its wimple. Any sort of sail that you want, or you can get some leaves from the garden, make it into a little nature craft, and I think they're really sweet. They're great for Christopher Columbus Day, or just because you fancy doing them on a rainy afternoon. Now there's different ways of making them. You can use Play-Doh, or as you can see here there's a candle getting ready and melting. But obviously if you're going to use a candle, please do so under the supervision of a grown-up, unless you're old enough yourself. The only thing about if you're doing it with Play-Doh is that often the little boat will be too heavy and it'll sink. So if you want it to float, a candle is best. If you want to make it quickly and just have a little play with it, then Play-Doh is brilliant. And also obviously it's a little bit safer. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is how to crack a walnut. Now the key thing about cracking a walnut is safety. You will need a knife or something sharp. The other thing about walnut is the older your walnut, the easier it will be to open. So to open it, you take a sharp knife and you give it a wiggle like this. Give it all fast as you can go, and take it out, turn it around, and give it another wiggle like so. And then push it in like that and start pushing down. Might take a few goes, so this one is a stiffer one. And the thing is, there we go, they don't always open neatly. This one did, so that's quite lucky. But for example, I've got another one over here that broke and didn't work, but you know what, I'm going to keep this because I've got another craft where I like to glue the two halves together and then turn it into a little owl for the Christmas tree, so it looks really nice. So you can still reuse it, don't worry about it. Great thing about when you do get them neatly is that you obviously get to eat your walnuts. So I'm going to carefully with a knife ease it all out, get this woody bit out, and then save these bits for eating, and then you can get crafty. So walnuts. Now what I love about this craft is that walnuts are really tactile and they feel really lovely, and obviously they're kind of a wood, so it's a lovely sort of, it feels like you're crafting with nature. And also we always munch on these walnuts whilst we're crafting, which means that we have a really strong association between the flavour and the feel and maybe the smell of the melting wax, and it makes a really sort of sensory craft as well. Now I'm going to have to wait a little bit for this candle to burn a bit more because it's not got enough wax in there. So once that's melted, we'll be back. Okay, we're back. The candle's now melted a little bit and we're ready to continue with our craft. So again, because this is a real fire, a live fire, this is something where, you know, the adult should really take charge. Pour some of your wax in your shell, not next to your shell like I've done, and let it cool. I'm going to take some of this off actually, just pop it in. There we go. Pour a little bit more. Might be easier if you create a little funnel on the side, you know, when you do a little line and then it pours neatly. So you need to let that cool a little bit, and whilst that's cooling you can get your flag ready. So you get your washi tape, tear a little bit off, wrap it round like so, then cut your little wimple shape, and then you either make yourself a little flag like this, or you can take a leaf from the garden, which I quite like doing, and you just literally push it through the top and the bottom like so, and you've got your little leaf sail. Now you wait for this to cool a little bit more. I'm going to pour a bit more in actually. There we go. Let it set just a little bit and then you're ready to put your flag in, and again we'll wait a couple of minutes and come back to that. Okay, so I've let that set maybe 1 or 2 minutes. When you touch it gently you can sort of feel that it's still soft, and that's probably a good time. It's a bit of hit and miss, a good time to see if this is a good, there we go, set your sail, and then you just hold it and let it dry. Now while that's drying, I'll put it over here. I just wanted to very quickly show you how to do the other one. The other one, which is the easy version and the safer version, but it won't float as well. Just take a bit of Play-Doh, push it in, take this, and you have your little sailboats. Aren't these sweet? We do love walnut craft. I'm going to be showing you some more walnut crafts over the coming weeks. So I hope you like that. Don't forget to subscribe to Red Ted Art. We'd love to see you here again soon. Bye! And here you can see the wax boat floating. As mentioned, the Play-Doh one will be a little bit too heavy and won't float so well, but the wax one does a really good job. It's really cute to play with. Anyway, bye bye!